flame red hair.
Hello. Oh, and I'm a Leo, so I'm a lion. I like the lion song. Yes,
Oh,
that's
you,
perfect.
yeah, it's a lovely song. We Will Rise with Lions by Our Side, written by my friend Paul Stone in England. And it's just, we will rise. We will get through this together, won't we, Bonnie? So,
Wait, how are you so sparkly? You're so, I want to do that. I want to be sparkly. Oh my
there's a
God.
little filter.
Oh,
Yes.
I want that.
Yes. If you go to the bottom of your screen and where the little smiley face is,
Uh-huh.
I think, wait, is that the one? Yes. Click on that and you've got all these filters.
Oh,
I love it. It's so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
This is a whole new world.
Right?
Oh, this is incredible.
A whole new world. Yes, there you go.
This is amazing.
You're going to have so much fun now choosing a filter. You're going to have like the little bunny ears.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. How
Well,
fun.
I'm going to
thank
play
you.
your introduction and you can find a filter while I play this for you. So here we go.
This is great.
A little bit of Mona Lisa by Nat King Cole.
Oh.
Because my lovely guest today has a mind that is both creative and analytical. She is both an artist and a lawyer. With a Bachelor of Arts, Political Science and Philosophy from New York University, Bonnie has dedicated her life to helping people with their estate planning and protecting their legacies. She is Director of Charitable Estate Planning for the American Heart Association, and boy can she paint, especially chickens. In 2000, she established a scholarship in memory of her grandparents, who were both an artist and an accountant, by honoring a student who is both creative and analytical. Please welcome to the show, the amazing Bonnie Paris Hayden.
Hi, thank you. Wow.
Yay!
Boy, I wish you would introduce me at all of my meetings. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Great.
I will come with you and give you a big, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Sarah. Sarah, sorry, I was just reading Sarah Sullivan, so she can't wait. Welcome to the show, Bonnie. It's lovely to have you here today. And it's so nice to talk about something, really, really different. Because, I talk about my weddings, we talk about theater and film and lifestyle. And so, but this is really, really important, estate planning.
It is. It is. And thank you so much for having me. And it's so funny because when I saw that you were doing these talks, I thought, oh, I have something to share. This is good. This is exciting. And it's been so nice to reconnect with you because, you and I met, 13 years ago? 12?
Yes.
Really? Yeah.
Well, 2007, and I remember it very vividly because Pauline Parry, who I trained with at Good Gracious Events, I had just joined, and I had never networked in my life. And so she said, you need some experience here. So she got me into BNI, Business Networking International, where you were the president of the Beverly Hills Association, right?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. I always tell people, beware when you ask me to do things because I do paint chickens. So it's going to be a little different. I'm not a stuffy lawyer. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not stuffy.
You're not a stuffy, no, but I assure you are not a stuffy lawyer. And to go to BNI for me was so eye-opening. I had never, you had to stand up and for 30 seconds talk about your business.
Yeah.
And then we had to go into you had these big events where you had to go into these rooms with like 50 people and network the room and collect business cards. So you taught me such a lot. So thank you.
Oh, well, gosh, you're welcome. Look at you now. Sparkling.
Oh my gosh.
Boy. And I'm sure business would be booming if we were not in the middle of a pandemic. I'm sure it was great up until
2020 was looking like a fabulous year in January, but yeah. But you know what? We're all in the same boat, and we just have to be positive because the negativity and the will bring us down, and we can't have that. We got to stick together and get through this.
It's true. And I think that oddly, this year has been really great for people like me who do estate planning because it's on people's minds with everything that's going on. And so, so business has been quite busy, and it's usually busy for us at the end of the year because people want to get things tied up at the end of the year. But this year has been very interesting, even in kind of the charitable aspect of my job. People I can't say that they want to give more, because it's not really that so much as it's they do want to plan more. They really do want to plan more. And so it's been interesting.
Yeah, when you reached out, I was like, oh my God, this is brilliant. Because, I mean, I don't know, it'd be interesting to know actually how many people listening have an estate, you know, and a will. I wonder how many people have it. I would be intrigued to know, because it's not something that you want to talk about really. But to talk about it with you is great. Someone like you need to have someone like you to because you have to tell them everything.
Oh my
really.
God. And we want to make it easy, and we don't want it to feel heavy. I mean, it is heavy. We don't want it to feel heavy. We want it to be more like, you know, taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, and just getting things in order so that, you know, there's rainy days. Rainy days happen.
I know. And before we get into like all the details of it, how did you start out in this? Where are you from? And was it like a straight shot, this is what I want to do, and off you went? Or how was it for you? Tell us.
Oh my gosh, why did this happen to me?
Why?
Well, right? I mean, so I've been an artist pretty much my whole life. My grandma taught me how to draw when I was 3. And and I started painting when I was 16, and my grandpa was an accountant, like you said, and a mailman as well. Before interesting, 30 years in Culver City, he was a mailman. And so, I grew up, born and raised in Culver City. And I thought, oh, you know, this is, I always thought it was so interesting to have my grandparents so different, but have both of those sides. And and
analytical, creative. You wouldn't think that it would mesh, but it does.
It does, because my dad is a mathematician, but he's also an artist too, and he does mathematical art. So we just like to combine them. And so my grandparents were just so wonderful, and they lived in Palms. And so when my grandma passed away first, and then when my grandpa died, my dad and I had this estate that we had to deal with. And I had not gone to law school at that point. I was 22. And I kind of thought, I don't get this. I don't understand what's happening. How does this work? I don't know how to do it. And so I went to a couple of estate attorneys to understand better what was happening in my own situation. And I didn't like them.
Right. Well, I can imagine.
I didn't like
attorneys are scary.
It was. And there were some dynamics going on in my family, and I was concerned about some things, and I was kind of telling them about what was happening. And they were very, they wanted me to sue my dad. They wanted me to, they were really kind of pushing me in a direction that I didn't feel good about. And I was like thinking, why aren't you having us come together? And why aren't you helping me with this? And why does it have to, I don't want to fight, but I do want to understand what I can do. And so I thought, I don't trust these people. I don't want to do this. I'm going to go learn how to do this, is what I thought. I'm going to go.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I went to law school with the express goal of becoming an estate attorney and being the kind of estate attorney that I wish I had when I needed one.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exactly why
great
I went.
Philosophy.
Yeah. And I kind of figured, well, if I go and something else is exciting to me, well, then I'll go do whatever that is. I mean, so I was open to kind of changing if something else was interesting to me. But that was the most interesting thing to me, probably because I could really relate to it.
Yeah.
So that's how and why I ended up doing that. And I never imagined, though, that I would end up doing nonprofit stuff, being an estate attorney. I just had no idea that could even happen. So,
because you help people set up 501(c)s and you do such a lot for charity as well.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I did practice estate planning, just only estate planning, for a few years in Century City when I first got my law license. And then I ended up I wanted to just, you know, move to a different firm. It was just me and my boss. And I thought, I want to have a different experience. And so I started poking around and I saw this great job, which is kind of around the time that I met you. I saw this great job to be the director of planned giving for Junior Blind of America. And I thought, what is that? What is the director of planned giving? How does that work? And basically, you help people give money through their estates to charity. And so I thought, wait, I could do estate planning and help blind kids at the same time. This is fantastic.
Amazing.
And, right? So then I went and got that job. And I did that for 5 years. And then I've been in nonprofit ever since. And so I've just, you know, kind of, as I moved to New Mexico, I moved to Denver, and then I moved back to LA. But I always had these nonprofit jobs where I work for a charity and I help people that want to give through their estates, and we do special tax planning and we deal with complex assets, and some people want to give property to charity, some people want streams of income and things like that. So that's what I do for the American Heart Association. And so that's kind of like my, right. And so it's kind of like my regular day job. So I'm an employee of the American Heart Association, and I help everyone that wants to do that in California, Hawaii, Alaska, Washington, and Oregon. So
those are nice places to have to go visit.
It's all right. It's okay. Yeah. And so that's what I do, kind of my day job. And then after I shifted over to nonprofit, people kept calling me saying, hey, can you do my estate planning for me? And I thought, oh, well, okay, sure. And so I have had my estate planning practice for all this time, for the whole time that I've been practicing. And so I work for the Heart Association, and then on the side, or in addition, I have my law practice. Yeah.
Is it unusual for an estate planning person to be able to do all the charity work as well? Because it just seems to go hand in hand so well. Or are you like an anomaly? Or
a little bit, because not every estate attorney, you know, has clients that want to give to charity or that need that complex tax planning when it comes to these kind of charitable gifts, because some people don't want to do it, or they don't, you know, they just give everything to their families and their kids, or some people don't really need the write-off or what have you. I mean, so a lot of estate attorneys are not familiar with all the different kinds of ways that people can give and what all those different gifts do in terms of taxes and stuff like that. So it's a kind of an interesting thing, and it's so nice for me because since I kind of just have all of my needs met through my job at the Heart Association, as you can imagine, we have lovely benefits and things like that. When I do my estate planning practice, I get to really kind of pick and choose who I work with, because I do it because I enjoy it, not because I have to. And so I work with wonderful people. My clients are wonderful. And then when I work, you know, when I do my work through the Heart Association, I'm working with people who want to give money to charity. I mean, they're lovely people. They're great people. So I really lucked out in lawyer land, because I think a lot of lawyers aren't as happy about the people they work with as I am.
Yes. I mean, you've really landed in a part of being a lawyer that is, you know, truly wonderful, because you're helping people with their future finances and giving back to charity. I mean, you've really landed on your feet there. I tried when I first came out here because I wanted to go read for the blind out here.
So nice. Oh, that's so nice.
But you know what? It was really, really hard to be able to get in to actually go and read to them. And so do you have any like secrets of how to do it? Because I seriously could not get in to read to these blind children. All I wanted to do was go read to them.
Get a dog. You have a dog. Take your dog.
I have two. But they still wouldn't let me in. No, it was very yeah.
Oh, that's interesting, because there are some places where that's really when kids read to the dog, which can be interesting. Yeah. I'll ask my dog if she would like that. But yeah, maybe you should read to dogs, because they don't seem to have any problem making arrangements. They have secretaries and they have social planners, and
your dog is your secretary.
See, my dog, yes, you're right, because I was telling you, my dog, I call her paralegal dog. She's my paralegal. Yes, she makes 6 kibbles an hour. Yeah. She's on PTO right now because she's having paid time off because she is recovering from a surgery. She had a